This piece was created for Baltimore Comic Con, where I was invited to contribute to their yearbook. That year's theme was Bone, so every artist was asked to interpret Jeff Smith's iconic character in their own style. For my contribution, I decided to blend my own character, Anat from Age of Canaan, with Bone in a single composition. The idea was to create something that felt personal, while also serving as a respectful tribute. I wanted the piece to have an elegant, timeless quality, so I based the layout on Art Deco Lady with Parrot by Robert McGill Mackall. Mackall was a Baltimorean artist, and referencing his work felt like a fitting way to connect this illustration to the city itself. The clean, balanced lines and decorative shapes that feel both sophisticated and inviting. It's a style that shares a lot with comics in how it relies on strong visual rhythm to guide the viewer's eye. The pose is directly inspired by Mackall's original composition, reimagined with Anat standing confidently in place of the lady and Bone perched beside her. Bringing these two characters together was a unique challenge. Anat comes from a darker, more mythological world, while Bone has a simplicity and lightness that feels almost like a children's storybook. I spent time studying Jeff Smith's style, how he draws Bone's gestures and expressions to make sure I could keep the character recognizable while still making it my own. For this piece, I started the sketch digitally. It's often the fastest way for me to figure out proportions and composition, especially when I'm referencing something as an Art Deco painting. Once I was happy with the layout, I printed it out and inked everything traditionally by hand. There's something about working with pen and paper that feels more connected to the final image. The original ink drawing will be available for sale. After inking, I scanned the artwork and moved on to coloring. I kept the coloring very simple. No gradients, just a limited palette of a few carefully chosen colors. I prefer this approach because it lets the line work stand out and gives the piece a clean, graphic quality that feels true to both comics and Art Deco. The open areas create a sense of clarity and give the figures more presence on the page. Drawing Bone was especially interesting because it meant stepping into another artist's visual language. It's always rewarding to adapt someone else's style and find a way to merge it with my own. It reminds me of how much there is to learn from studying other artists and how it can push you to see your work differently. Being part of the Baltimore Comic Con Yearbook was an honor. It was a chance to celebrate Bone, pay tribute to Baltimore's artistic history, and combine influences that have shaped my approach to storytelling. Projects like this are exactly why I love making comics, because they invite you to explore, reinterpret, and create something that feels both familiar and entirely new.